Hello, my name is Ellen Harvey. I am a certified business advisor with the Ohio Small Business Development Center at Columbus State Community College. This presentation, Coronavirus Aid, Relief and Economic Security Act, SBA loan programs, alternative lending options, and business resources, was created to provide you with the most current information available regarding the SBA loan relief programs, alternative lending options, and local government and community resources for you and your business. This is a challenging time for us all, but the Small Business Development Centers are committed to serving and supporting our small businesses. The SBDC Columbus office is providing remote one-on-one advising sessions, offering online interactive training, and pre-recorded webinars on the SBDCColumbus.com website. You can also find additional information on Twitter at SBDC Columbus, and you can keep up to date with us on Facebook at Ohio SBDC at Columbus State Community College. You are not alone. At every stage of your business, the SBDC is here to help, offering clarity, direction, and next steps in these unpredictable times. So thank you in advance for taking advantage of this pre-recorded presentation by the Small Business Development Center at Columbus State Community College. This information is current as of April the 18th and is subject to change at any time. Every effort will be made to keep this information up to date as changes occur. To begin, I would like to clarify the difference between the Small Business Administration, the SBA, versus the Small Business Development Center, the SBDC. The SBDC is a national organization created in 1980 through a partnership with the U.S. Congress, U.S. Small Business Administration, state governments, and the colleges, universities, and economic development agencies in which they are hosted. Your local Small Business Development Center is hosted and supported by Columbus State Community College. The SBDC program is partially funded by the SBA, with support from the state of Ohio and other local governments, economic community organizations, foundations, and local banks. This financial and in-kind support received from all the previously mentioned partners positions the SBDC to provide no to low-cost services for every phase of business. The support of small businesses starts with significant funding from the Small Business Administration, a federal government agency designed to meet the needs of small businesses across the U.S. and its territories. The SBDC is one of many programs funded by the SBA. The SBA's programs provide entrepreneurial development, advocacy services for nationwide small businesses, and access to capital. The SBA provides access to capital, like the recently funded loan programs, Economic Injury Disaster Loan, EIDL, and the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP. The EIDL loan is a direct loan that is offered from the SBA. The Paycheck Protection Program is a loan that is guaranteed at 100% by the SBA. These programs were created with the signing of the Coronavirus Aid and Relief Economic Security Act, also known as the CARES Act, which provided billions of dollars in relief funds to businesses that were impacted by the virus. These programs at this time, unfortunately, have been depleted, but we are hopeful that additional funding will be approved soon. With our hopes of additional funding for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, EIDL, and the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, I would like to provide you an overview of the qualifications. The Economic Injury Disaster Loan provides working capital loans for businesses injured related to the coronavirus. It cannot be used to start a business, expand a business, or pay old business debt. This loan is to keep the business in business, a working capital loan that can be used for fixed debts, payroll, accounts payable, and other bills that can't be paid because of the disaster's impact. The EIDL loan is for small businesses, those businesses that have under 500 employees. It includes sole proprietors, independent contractors, and self-employed persons, as well as tribal businesses, 501c3 nonprofits, including religious organizations, and 501c19 veteran organizations. They must meet the SBA's definition of a small business, and that can be found on the SBA's website. Loans are up to $2 million and have very low interest rates of 3.75% fixed for small businesses and 2.75% for nonprofits. Though these funds have been depleted, many small businesses are still in the loan process, and it is important to be prepared. Document preparedness is crucial to receiving quicker funding. The SBDC has provided on their website, sbdccolumbus.com, under COVID-19 tab, a suggested document checklist for the EIDL and the PPP programs. The checklist is for the various forms of self-employment and business structures. These forms will assist you in gathering your documents for a quicker response. The SBA and your lending institutions may require additional documents from what is on the list, or maybe even less. There was a caveat to the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Emergency Advance. This advance was to provide up to $10,000 of economic relief to businesses that are currently experiencing temporary difficulties. $1,000 was awarded for every employee up to 10 employees, or $10,000. Initially, it was anticipated that this funding would be received by the business owners within 72 hours of application. Because of the overwhelming response of the funding through the EIDL program, this has been delayed. Though no current applications are being accepted for the EIDL loan or the advance, applications are still being processed at this time. If you are a business patiently awaiting funding on your EIDL, EIDL Advanced, or Paycheck Protection Program, you have yet another option, the SBA Express Bridge Loan. The SBA Express Bridge Loan can be applied for at your local banking partner. That is a designated SBA Express lender. The SBA Guaranteed Bridge Loan financing is emergency funding up to $25,000 for disaster-related purposes to small businesses located in communities affected by presidentially declared disasters. While those small businesses apply and wait long-term financing, this gap financing can help offer some relief. Effective March 25, 2020, the SBA expanded program eligibility to include small businesses nationwide adversely impacted under the coronavirus disease and extended the application date for them to apply through March 13, 2021. Speak to your banking representative today to find out more about the SBA Express Bridge Loan. Under the CARES Act, the SBA receives $349 billion to create the Paycheck Protection Program. Though it has been depleted for funds at this time, we are hopeful again of another injection of funding to help support small businesses. The Paycheck Protection Program was designed to cover payroll costs and other operational costs. The Paycheck Protection Program offers loans up to $10 million at an interest rate of 1%. These loans, 100% backed by the SBA, mature in 10 years, but the amount of the loan used for the payroll and certain operating expenses in the first 8 weeks after the loan's dispersed may be forgiven if the business is able to use a minimum of 75% of that loan towards their payroll costs. The Paycheck Protection Program, designed to provide direct incentive for small businesses to keep their employees working and on payroll, provides up to 8 weeks of capital for payroll, up to 75% of the funding received, and 25% of the funding received for rent, mortgage, interest, and utilities. As long as the business owner, upon receiving funds during the first 8 weeks, exhaust 75% of that funding specifically for payroll, have an opportunity to have their loan completely forgiven. The business does have to have been in operations as of February 15, 2020 to be able to qualify for the Paycheck Protection Program. The Paycheck Protection Program is not only for small businesses and nonprofits, but also sole proprietors and independent contractors, self-employed individuals. The loan is based on companies' payroll up to $10 million with an interest rate at 1% for a 2-year term and a 6-month deferment. It does not require any collateral or a personal guarantee. There are no SBA fees that are charged up front, and the application can be submitted through June 30th, 2020, with funds being available. Businesses are responsible for providing payroll records, tax filings, and organizational structures. Self-employed and independent contractors should be prepared to provide their 1040s with Schedule Cs and 1099 statements. All applicants will submit a SBA application form 2483 Paycheck Protection Program application to their lender. See the SBDCColumbus.com website under COVID-19 tab for suggested document checklists for the EIDL and PPP programs for various forms of self-employment and business structures to assist you. Again, the SBA and your lending institution may require more or less of the items listed on the documents. If a business is approved and takes advantage of the PPP loan, they will not be able to take advantage of certain tax benefits offered under the CARES Act. Businesses will need to consult their accountant for the best option for them. Should you have any additional questions about the EIDL or the PPP program or the EIDL Advanced Loan, feel free to reach out to the SBA. You can contact the Disaster Customer Service Center at 1-800-659-2955, or you can email them at disastercustomerservice@sba.gov. To stay on top of potentially new funding for these programs, please register at the sba.gov for the newsletter to keep you up to date. Though funding for the disaster loan programs has been depleted and modified many times over, there are still numerous SBA-supported SBA loan products and conventional business products that can be offered to your small business that are at your local banking institutions and microlenders for starting, expanding, and maintaining business operations. If you are a small business and familiar with the SBA 7A, 504, and microloan programs, or maybe you've even taken advantage of them, please note that the SBA will be automatically paying the principal, interest, and fees for 6 months on current SBA 7A, 504, and microloans. In addition, the SBA will also automatically be paying the principal, interest, and fees on any new 7A, 504, and microloans issued prior to September the 27th, 2020. The SBA supports numerous other loan products for small businesses. The SBA 7A supports funding for working capital, equipment, and inventory. The maximum amount of financing under this program is $5 million. The SBA does not provide the funding directly, but rather a guarantee to the lending institution for the funds that are provided to small businesses. The maximum interest rate is established by the SBA, but the rate offered to the applicant is determined by the lender. Typically, it is prime plus 2.75%. Loan terms can be as long as 25 years for real estate and 10 years for equipment, working capital, and inventory. The SBA 504 loan program is another great program that is offered through the SBA, supported by your local community development corporation. Loans are generally capped at $5 million at a below interest rate, fixed interest rate. Loan terms as long as 25 years, and the use of funds are typically for fixed assets for expansion or modernization, usually real estate or large equipment. This loan is perfect if you are looking to expand, replace, and/or purchase real estate or heavy equipment for your small business. In addition to the SBA 7A and 504 loan programs, they also offer specific loan funds that support the export of working capital for businesses that need additional working capital to support their export sales. For international trade, these loans are long-term loans to businesses that are expanding because of export sales or adversely affected by imports and need to modernize to meet foreign competition. Veterans Advantage loans are available to businesses that are at least 51% veteran-owned and controlled, and CAP Lines is an umbrella program that helps small businesses meet short-term and cyclical working capital needs. These programs, along with the SBA 7A and 504, are other great programs that you can take advantage of right now, whether you are starting, expanding, or trying to meet your day-to-day needs during this time. Most financial institutions, in addition to offering SBA programs, has their own specialized loan options for small businesses. First Financial Bank is no different, with offering the BizFlex line of credit and the BizFlex term loan. The BizFlex line of credit is used for working capital, is unsecured, has a minimum loan amount of $5,000 and a maximum loan amount of $50,000. It is a variable daily rate based on prime plus 5. The loan is determined on 15% of the annual revenue. The Biz loan is an equipment purchase loan. It is unsecured, requiring a personal guarantee. The business must have existed for 2 years prior to the application and not have any bankruptcies in the last 5. The credit requirements for both loans requires a 700 Beacon score. First Financial Bank, seeking to meet the needs of all of their small business borrowers, has partnered with the local Small Business Development Center to give you the micro loan program. This is a line of credit with a maximum loan amount of up to $10,000. It is a variable interest rate that's based on prime plus 2, and currently the interest rate is 5.75%. It has a maximum term of 48 months. Its interest payments will be required during the draw period. Loans are then amortized over the 48-month period. The business has 6 months from the date of acceptance of the loan commitment to which to borrow the funds. This program, again, is offered at your local Columbus Small Business Development Center. Key Bank is listed in the top 100 of supporting small businesses with SBA loans. They offer lines of credit and term loans, equipment financing and leasing, and a $5,000 relief loan as well. Their lines of credit are designated to provide easy access to funding 24/7. The lines of credit allow businesses to borrow and pay back and reborrow funds as needed, making them the ideal solution to help businesses manage seasonal cash flow, purchase inventory, or cover short-term working capital needs. They have both secured and unsecured lines of credit with competitive pricing. There are low monthly payments with interest-only options. Their term loans are longer terms, financing with varying amounts and repayment options to give your business the funds it needs to purchase and finance things like equipment, leasehold improvements, business purchases, or expansions, but also manage your cash flow. Features of their loans are that they're easy and straightforward applications and an approval process. Your ability to finance equipment and purchase with interest-only draws and periods that automatically convert to outstanding amounts to term loans. These Lines of credit, term loans, and equipment financing and leasing products are just a few of the many loan options that are provided at Key Bank. The Economic Community Development Institute, ECDI, is your local micro lender. They have been providing loans for small businesses for over 10 years. A job a day, a business a week, 2,000 businesses, 4,000 jobs since 2004. They have launched in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic the Recovery Loan product to help businesses weather the storm during this unprecedented time. They are offering a loan for $20,000 for a business that is looking to get started and up to $50,000 for an existing business. They need to have a business checking account currently set up with a bank, meet SBA microloan eligibility requirements. All terms and conditions of the ECDI loan products are based on individual and business eligibility. Interest rates on this particular program is at 6%, and it is a fixed interest rate. The loan term is an extended term beyond what they typically offer for 69 months with 3 months of interest-only payments. 66 months of the payments will be principal and interest. To learn more about the Recovery Loan Program and receive an application, please contact the Recovery at ECDI. The SBDC is the hub for Kiva. Kiva, a crowdfunding platform that permits your friends and family and customers and community to support your business by lending you dollars as little as $25 at a time. The SBDC is known as Kiva Columbus, offering you loans up to $15,000 with a 6-month grace period before your first payment is due. These 0% interest loans with no fees is available to you by contacting Columbus at localkiva.org. In addition to the many funding sources that are available to you as a small business owner, there are equally an amount of resources that are available to assist you as well. The IRS is giving back. Coronavirus tax relief and economic impact payments, extended filing deadlines, credits for sick leave and family leave, and employee retention credits. About 175 million Americans will receive a stimulus check for up to $1,200, plus an additional $500 for each child under the age of 17. Thanks to the $2 trillion relief package passed by Congress and signed by the President. If you've not received your funding as of yet, it will be on its way soon. Taxpayers who have filed their 2019 income tax return and have scheduled certain electronic payments for April 15th have the ability to cancel that payment before April 13th and reschedule it for the extended tax filing deadline as of July 15th. Credits for eligible employers will be given for sick leave and family leave through April 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020. Employee retention credits are also being given. Eligible employers can claim the employee retention credit, a refundable tax credit equal to 50% of up to $10,000 in qualified wages, which include health plan expenses, paid after March 12, 2020 and before January 1st, 2021. Eligible employers are those businesses with operations that have been partially or fully suspended due to governmental orders to the coronavirus, or businesses that have a significant decline in gross receipts compared to 2019. The refundable credit is capped at $5,000 per employee and applies against certain employment taxes on wages paid to all employees. Eligible employers can reduce federal employment tax deposits in anticipation of the credit. They can also request an advance of the employee retention credit for any amounts not covered by the reduction in the deposit. Keep in mind that the credit for eligible employers and the employee retention credit may not be available to you if you've participated in the Payroll Protection Program. Please check with your accountant for the best options for you. The Ohio Department of Taxation is also offering its own extensions. For Ohio individual income tax, school district income tax, pass-through entity and fiduciary income tax, and also municipal net profit taxpayers that have opted into the state centralized filing system now are able to make their estimated payments with due dates from April 15, 2020 through June 15, 2020, including fiscal year filers, are extended without interest or penalty to July 15, 2020. So extensions are in place again for the Ohio individual income tax, school district income tax, pass-through entity, and fiduciary income tax municipal net profit taxpayers until July 15, 2020. The Franklin County Commissioners have worked to keep us informed and provide us the most up-to-date resources through the COVID-19 Toolkit. In the toolkit, you can find information related to the Franklin County procurement, economic development planning, jobs and family services, but these are only a few of the topics that are available, and there's even more resources. Please download your kit at the commissioners.franklincountyohio.gov/SBE to stay ahead. The Ohio Department of Jobs and Family Services, through the Unemployment Division, will be providing expanded eligibility guidelines for those impacted by the coronavirus. Through funding that's being provided through the CARES Act, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program will allow the Ohio Unemployment Agency to provide benefits to individuals ineligible for state unemployment benefits, those that are self-employed workers, 1099 tax filers, and individuals who otherwise would not normally qualify, individuals that have been impacted and unable to work related to the COVID-19 pandemic. The website being created, the portal being created to provide the applications for the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program will be operational in mid-May. You cannot apply for this program using the existing online application or by calling the center. Regardless of the launch date, they are reassuring all applicants that benefits will be retroactive to the date that they become eligible. There will be an additional $600 per week that is available to them from March 29th through July 25th, 2020. Benefits again will be retroactive to the date that that small business owner or individual become eligible, and they will last up to 39 weeks, beginning as early as February the 2nd. There will be no funding that is received past December 26, 2020. For more information, please visit Ohio Department of Jobs and Family Services website. If you are a small business and unsure how to handle the COVID virus in your workplace, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, has a guidance on preparing workplaces for COVID-19 booklet that you are able to download on their site. This 35-page booklet covers information about COVID-19, how an outbreak could affect your workplace, steps to reducing workers' risk, classifying worker exposure, and more. Please make sure that you visit the OSHA website if you are having questions on how to deal with the COVID-19 virus in your place of business. Maybe you are looking for opportunities to create revenue for your small business. If you are positioned where you can meet government contracts, make sure that you're taking advantage of the opportunities that are out there. Your federal, state, local, and city governments have opportunities for small business. Please check out their websites as far as vendor services, procurement services for opportunities. The FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, has a current open quote for medical supplies and equipment. If you are in fact looking to do business with the federal government, check out FEMA.gov/coronavirus how to help. There you can find opportunities for selling and giving to help during these times. The state of Ohio has many resources to assist small businesses. The Ohio's Procurement Technical Assistance Center is offering small business webinar series on managing through the crisis that talks to you further about procurement opportunities and doing federal contracts and much more. If you are interested in attending one of these webinars, please reach out to hopkins1@ohio.edu. It is always important as a small business to be involved in groups that can help support you in what you're wanting to do. Mentors and individuals like you that are trying to grow and expand their business. Key for Business is one of those. Key for Women is one of those groups. They provide webinars and group meetups, and you should take advantage now of all the different organizations that you can be a part of, from women's organizations to small business groups to your local chambers. Make sure that you're staying involved and staying in touch. Again, you are not alone. You have numerous resources here within your city, within the state, that provide assistance to small businesses, from SCORE, Columbus, Ohio, to Rev 1 Ventures, to the Women's Business Center. Franklin County Board of Commissioners has provided you that wonderful toolkit. The City of Columbus and all the different agencies that are provided through the state of Ohio, your Small Business Development Center, Development Services Agencies, the Minority Business Assistance, and the Procurement Technical Assistance Center are all here to be of assistance and help to you. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to our presentation. Should you need any further assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Small Business Development Center at Columbus State Community College. You can contact us via email at sbdc@cscc.edu or give us a call at 614-287-5294. We are here to assist you with whatever your business needs are in whatever phase of business you are at. Please stay safe and well, and we will talk to you soon.